Hey, Liv.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, what's wrong? Jesus fucking Christ. Fox News. Pete. Army Ranger. That is the greatest fucking thing in the world. Can I have chapstick, please? I can't believe that. That is, oh my God. Liv, it's not there. I got it. I can't believe that. Pete. That is amazing news. Man, I am behind. Folks, you knew the new computer was coming. It wasn't supposed to be here till next week, but it's here today, and I got it at 3 o'clock, so I had to transfer everything over. And honestly, it was fairly easy. Migration is simple, but it was just some snafus. Luckily, we know what we're doing. I think we're 5x5. We should have a super increased audio, video. Everything should be, you know, you may not notice a difference, but the speeds are incredible. I gotta get rid of this white keyboard. I fucking hate it. A lot of the cool things that this thing is able to do, I have to update. So, and I wanted to come on tonight, so I wasn't able to get all the bells and whistles. So this will be good enough. Pete Hegseth is the Secretary of Defense. Dude, probably the most. It's out of there?
Yeah.
Wait. Is it echoing in the show? Okay, one sec. Hold on. It's an easy fix. Hold on, everybody. How about that? Is the Secretary of Defense. Okay, that gives me... Dude, probably the most... It's out of there? Wait. Okay. Is it echoing live on the show? All right, now let me hear. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. No feedback. We're sounding good. Okay, I think we're good. Thanks, Punk. Love ya. Unbelievable that Pete Hegseth was named Secretary of Defense. You have no idea how excited I am about that. I think that makes up for some of the other choices that have been made. Not that they're all bad, but there's a couple ones that I'm not too happy with. But I'm not the President of the United States. But Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, dude, that ain't no joke. That is not a joke. Really excited to do that, folks. We've got the goal up tonight. New computer, so it's going to be a little bit different. We can now have up to 10 guests come on live. So if you're interested, we could have Leroy, Amy, myself, Olivia here, maybe even Damani, and bring in 5 other people. It's pretty cool. We'll be back. I'm going to skip the intro. I'm going to show you Wimkin. Go over there and do that, and then we're going to go right to the show. Step into a Wimkin.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The DUM Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Matthew Spear. This keyboard gives me some ambient lighting. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, I got the new Mac today, and we just needed to upgrade it. It's 2017. It's an amazing Mac. It's like a $3,500 Mac iMac, and it's still, the kids are going to be using it. It's going to be out in the living room, and it's a fantastic computer. It just didn't have the capability. Are we getting some lag? That looks a little choppy. Is that choppy to y'all? And that's because it's not going directly into the computer. It's going through a USB hub. I've got to order a powered USB hub. That's power issue. Yeah, we should have. Sorry, folks. This is going to be a test in progress tonight. I got to. I'm sorry, but it's important to me. And this, we should be having absolute beautiful streaming with no issues. I'm taking a look at the camera. Boom. Fade out. Stream. Resolution. Yep. High quality video mode is in effect. Stream in 1080p. We just have a little bit of lag. Hey, Liv. I got to check Olivia's computer too. Watch this. I think it's, see that? Mm-hmm. It's choppy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's because it's going into that USB hub. I need a powered USB hub.
Yeah.
They're like $150. I'll buy one now. Sorry, folks, trying to get this all fixed. Bobby Richardson, congratulations on the T-shirt idea. We went ahead and used that, so you did a great job. Merry Christmas, Mike. Yeah, I'm going to go through all the appoints real quick. I wanted to see one thing. Man, that lag's killing me. Oh, see, that's where my OCD comes in. Oh, and it's annoying. Like, trust me, it is super annoying. Let me get this. So, Pete Hegseth. Secretary of Defense. That is incredible. I mean, that is just the jump in that is absolutely incredible. Special Forces career, amazing guy, super smart, just likable. And all communities like him. It's just awesome. I'm actually looking for a graphic to see. Nobody else is on top of it right now. Yeah, it's just incredible to see that he is the Secretary of Defense. I mean, it's no way would I have ever, not that I didn't think he'd be a great person for the job, but you don't think of a Fox News host as getting that position. You know what I mean? We'll go over the other positions. Once again, I'm a little bit off tonight because I'm trying to balance everything. So I guess the first one, if someone could do me a favor, Daily Wire has some graphics of some of the people who they've hired. If anyone can find a Pete Hegseth one and fire it off to me. Yeah, I'll tell you all about Pete Hegseth. So, well, I'll tell you what I know for a fact, and then I will try to keep the stories down to a minimum because those are never the same. But I've had a chance to read his books, and he is an extremely smart human being. And if you haven't watched Fox and Friends on the weekend, you probably don't know who he is. So I'll walk you through it. Let me throw a picture your way. If anyone can find, but this is Pete Hegseth. You guys probably know who he is. Handsome guy. Fit, very, very smart, very intelligent. He will make an excellent SecDef. It's just the fact that he's kind of young, and his rank in the military was just not usually high enough to be SecDef. Usually SecDefs are, 06 up, colonels, admirals, generals, right? Oh, this lag is kicking my ass. I'm so not happy with it. Let me just see if I can do one thing real quick. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't have come on. I knew I shouldn't have. It's my own fault. It's okay. I know what the problem is. Powered USB hub. I'll get it. So Pete Hegseth, he's currently, so here's his military service. He's born 1980. So he's younger than me by 6 years. So he is 44. He graduated from Princeton University with a Bachelor of Arts in Politics, later earned a Master's in Public Policy from Harvard, John F. Kennedy School of Government. U.S. Army National Guard. Hegseth served in the National Guard with deployments in Guantanamo Bay, Iraq, and Afghanistan. His service earned him 2 Bronze Stars and a Combat Infantry Badge, CIB, recognizing his dedication. The CIB is nothing. The 2 Bronze Stars is most assuredly something. Bronze Stars are... That's no joke. Advocacy and leadership. His deployment, Hegseth became a prominent advocate for veterans, especially during his time as executive director of Vets for Freedom. He's been with Fox News. His 2022 book, Battle for the American Mind, I would recommend you go pick it up, along with his latest book. November 2024, Trump announced that he intended to nominate Hegseth as Secretary of Defense if he was to be reelected, which he is. And Pete is married to Jennifer Rocket, a former Fox News producer. He's a good dude. He's very active in the communities and Special Forces community. He swims consistently with the SEAL teams and does the harbor swim, and just an excellent dude. It's very impressive, and his career is very impressive. If anyone happened to find an image, check the Daily Wire, because these images are the ones that I used earlier. But you're hired. Here is the breakdown of who Trump has hired thus far. Elise Stefanik, ambassador to the United Nations. A lot of people said that she was possibly a VP pick. And she's not, obviously. She takes Nikki Haley's role. And, you know, Trump wants a certain type of person in the ambassador role. And very much like Nikki Haley was, Elise is well-spoken, well put together, very direct. Definitely more pro-Trump. That's it. So that'll be good for Elise Stefanik. Now, her position, a lot of people are worried of, well, why are you taking people from the House and stuff like that? She is in a red district, and when I say red, I mean plus 15 red. So that's not going to hurt, and they'll backfill it. He's not gonna scalpel or dissect his administration by gutting the House and losing his majority. Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. This is one that I'm not very excited about. I think Marco Rubio is, if there's an image of Pete, like these, see these image with this lettering, if there's one for Pete Hegseth, let me know, because I want to get it out there. But with Marco Rubio, I think he's, in my opinion, was kind of a never Trumper, didn't get along with him in 2016, said some things with January 6th. I don't know if Marco Rubio is someone I'm excited about. But luckily, the Secretary of State really, truly is not a free thinker. It's somebody who follows what the president says, very similar to Mike Pompeo, very policy-driven based upon what Donald Trump wants. This camera's driving me up the fucking wall. Kristi Noem as Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. Why somebody from Montana is a choice that we would want for Homeland Security. I don't I don't understand this pick. And it's not because I'm limited knowledge on who she is and what she's done, but I don't understand it. I can look at her background, and I know her background, so it's not that important. 71, so she's 53. South Dakota, sorry, not Montana, South Dakota. Began her political career, House of Representatives, 2007. 2010, she won the seat of U.S. House Representative. She served until 2019, known for her conservative values. Elected South Dakota's first governor in 2018, and conservative policies, particularly on her issues with gun rights, pro-life politics. But she wasn't on the oversight committee. She wasn't attached to any major legislation for border or for ICE or drug cartels or anything. Yeah, South Dakota, I know she is. It's been a long day. So I don't know. I think Kristi Noem is fine. I just don't know why she's qualified to do it. I'm sure she's a governor. That's good. But it's just, I could see her doing UN ambassador more so than Homeland Security. That's all. But you also, this kind of makes sense because you put Tom Homan in the position as borders are, which essentially he's going to be working closely with Kristi, and he will be ultimately responsible for the border, it sounds. So that position makes more sense now. Yeah, but not shutting down during COVID doesn't make you qualified for Homeland Security Director or, Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. But this gives her an opportunity. What it does is where she would be qualified would be working with sanctuary cities, working with other governors, working with states to ensure that any type of law enforcement like ICE that goes in for deportation, she can handle and focus on that. That would be something I could see her doing. So now maybe I'm saying we're good. But Tom Homan is a great choice. He is a bull, and he has no empathy for non-Americans. And I'm sorry to say that's what you need if you're going to be a deporter in chief. Susie Wiles, we've talked about this. A lot of people are like, she's this, she's that. She worked for DeSantis, and nobody's ever happy. I mean, people just can't possibly be happy. They just don't know how. So they're going to bitch and complain. She's been with Trump since the beginning. And she is an essential part to his campaign, very well respected. And I don't care that DeSantis let her go or she left DeSantis. I don't give a shit about any of that. Stephen Miller, Deputy Chief of Policy. I'm good with that. You want somebody who is not a pencil pusher, but you want somebody who is sharp, who is capable of business-like communique, very professional. He'll be a good fit. I'm excited about this. I like Mike Waltz. I think he is United States Army Special Forces, a very smart individual, very well spoken. You've probably seen him on Fox News. I like him very much. I like Mike Waltz. And I like this decision. As NSA director, this is going to enforce that we should be watching our enemies and not necessarily Americans. I think this guy's loyal to the Constitution and will demonstrate that religiously. So I like that a lot. I like him very much. Mike Waltz is great. So far the picks are good. Like I said, Marco Rubio is my first big question, and then Kristi is. I'm now that I've walked through it with you and we're talking about it, it makes a little more sense than it did. Does that make sense? I do not like what the Senate's doing, though. This camera is driving me crazy. This lag. You know what? I got to go on Amazon now because I got to get a same-day delivery. I'm sorry. Sorry. Powered USB with USB-C port. With USB-C. Let's see. And I need it to be USB-C. Shit. Ooh, tomorrow. There's one. Okay, so powered USB with USB-C out. Okay, there we go. Aha! Bingo. That one's nice. $40. $40. What an ass raping. That looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty good. I'm hoping that fixes the problem because that video transfer is driving me crazy. I know I shouldn't be doing this while I'm doing the show, but damn it, this is bonus time. I wasn't even supposed to be on because I'm sick. Okay, this one looks good. We're just gonna go ahead and eeny, meeny, miny, mo this. This one is 100 watt, 5 gigs of transfer. It's USB and USB-C. I like that. Hey, Liv. Oh, there's an 11 one. Hold on. There's an 11 one. Okay, would you do me a favor, Punk? Would you? I just put this in the cart. Would you do that for me? Yep. And you are the sexiest person on the planet. Okay. You're also humble. It's not that I'm not feeling, I've got allergies. Thanks for everybody for being patient. By the way, donations. We are, my email's not set up with my passwords, so I got to put these in. I knew this is going to be a screw up. Hey, Liv. Last time, Pookie Bear. Can you grab my phone? Right there, right here. And let me see if it's accepting it. There we go. Okay, all my emails coming in now. I don't have it set up, so I just need to get the password to this. 1 second. Good. And there's 2 donations. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, baby. Honey, I'm a mess. I appreciate you. You have no idea. In a matter of 45 minutes, we got everything disconnected, everything put back in. And the only problem is that the connector that I use is non-powered, so it's lagging the camera out. So I've got to get a new one. Let me put in these donations because people are lovely. And I've got to put these in, and then we can get started. I'll stay on late, okay? I'll stay on late. We're almost done. I know people are like, what is wrong with this show? It's a work in progress, folks. It's a work in progress. All right. So Bobby was awesome, and thank you, Miss Bobby. You're awesome. And she just popped up. She also picked the t-shirt, so I got to get her a t-shirt. The Yenny t-shirt she picked. And then Mr. Frank Wood is in with a big $10.80. That's a good start to the show. We'll check back a little bit later. So if you have not had a chance, please donate if you can. 8884, and yeah, we've got a ways to go. So appreciate you so much. All right, let's get into a couple of other things. Lee Zeldin. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Lee. and kind of his background. So position is EPA, excuse me, EPA administrator. Let's see, 1980, a little bit younger. Funny, looks older than Hexith and those guys, but he's actually younger. We all don't age like fine wine. What do you want, people? Suffolk County, Floyd High School. Earned a bachelor's degree in political science from the State University of New York at Albany. Went to Albany Law School at the age of 23. No military service. Oh, yeah. Scratch that. I didn't mean to say that. 100%. Sorry. From 2003 to 2007, he was in the United States Army. Included a deployment to Iraq in 2006 and continues to serve as a light colonel in the Army Reserve, also known as a lieutenant colonel. That's great. He's got military experience. New York State Senate, representing the 3rd District. I remember that. House of Representatives, 1st Congressional District. He's got a lot of political experience. He's helped with veterans issues, national security and veteran issues with Trump in his 16 to 20 presidency. He ran for governor of New York as a Republican nominee and was narrowly defeated by Kathy Slutbag Hochul. He announced him as EPA administrator. I imagine that would be a temporary. I see him doing more. He sounds like a really good resource. And I could see him having a bigger part to play. This one I'm over the moon by. Not as much as Pete Hegseth, but Mike Huckabee as U.S. ambassador to Israel. I think this is a fantastic position for him. Mike Huckabee is a class human being. He is a devout Christian and man of God. And I think he will bring a sense of hopefully kindness to the relationship with Israel and get us back on track. I think Huckabee is going to be amazing. I think he'll be a great ambassador to Israel. I think he will also focus on the Christian relationships in Israel with Hasidic Jews that isn't very good. Although Christianity is openly accepted in Jerusalem and by Israel. I've got another thing I've got to do. Put it on nighttime. Do not disturb. But I think he'll bring a better relationship between Christians in Israel and Jews. Huckabee will be amazing. And then remember, we said Pete Hegseth. Has anyone found that image? Did you tell me and I just didn't listen to you? Please let me know. I would appreciate it. Because I'd like to try to get that up on the show if I could. And so far, I'm pleasantly surprised with the appointments. Mark Rubio. Thank you very much, Keith. Rubio is someone who I anticipated being in his administration, so it just makes sense. Makes sense to me. I think it makes sense to everybody. Even though there's some hesitation and trepidation with him. I think the big thing that people are frustrated about right now is this. Glenn posted it in show chat. Don't have show chat. Maybe. I got to see if I have to sign in. Could you email it to me? That's the easiest, y'all. Is I turn show chat off. I'm looking for it. No, not that, guys. I need no. I don't need that. I need the images that I have over here on the right. I want them to kind of match. Daily Wire has them. So when Daily Wire gets up, maybe if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I liked Tulsi for DOD. What do you mean DOD? What do you mean? Your Secretary of Defense? No. I would not put a woman in charge of Secretary of Defense. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can call me. If Tulsi Gabbard got DOD, I don't like that at all. No. Tulsi Gabbard DOD. Are you saying defense secretary? What position are you saying she got? Someone educate me. I didn't know about this. If Wimkin keeps freezing up, you need to refresh. It's not me. What do you mean Department of Defense? The Department of Defense is a giant institution. There's Secretary of Defense, but that's gone to Pete Hegseth. Which position are you referring to for Tulsi Gabbard? I don't know what position that is. DOD. Which department is she working in the DOD is what I'm asking. Tulsi Gabbard assigned new position from Trump. What is it? I don't think she got anything. I mean, I know she's going to be on the transition team. Are we talking a defense secretary? Is that what we're talking about? Because that's already been given. I'm looking. So, yeah, I just want to make sure people understand the Secretary of Defense and Defense Secretary, they're the same position. So when you say DOD, I don't know what that means. I would like her. She can't be the Secretary of Defense. I would not want a woman as Secretary of Defense, especially Tulsi Gabbard. No. No desire. No, I'm good. I think they got the right guy. I think Pete Hegseth will be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Truly. I saw him attacked at the campaign event, Carrie. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I remember him. I remember Zeldin when he got attacked. Yeah, she wasn't appointed. But that's not okay. I'm just confused because that's not what I read. And maybe I'm tired. Is Secret Service Secret Service is under Department of Defense. Do you think he'll give Gabby a position? I would lose the EPA and throw it back to the states. Yeah, but you have to transition out of that. I liked Tulsi for DOD, Department of Defense. I see what you're saying. You liked her. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I like Pete Hegseth. I think he'll crush it. All good conversations. No, it's not what I'm looking for. I was just looking for the Daily Wire. If you go to facebook.com and you can see Daily Wire, go to Daily Wire, you can, when they announce it, I just want that image because the graphic designer did a good job and I was just going to use that image. Let me see. This feels like a morning show. Yeah, there's nothing up about Pete. I just think people would be very excited. I'll do it after the show. I'll get it up. It's okay. Thank you, Carrie. Fox announced Elon and Vivek joint position, but what's the position? What's the position? Just sent it in Messenger. Sent what? Never. It's pretty good. Did you make that? That's not bad, but yeah, I'm gonna Neva, thank you so much. Neva. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make it myself, if that's okay. Because I want to try to be consistent. Thank you for your help though. I thought Tulsi was just on transition team and advisor, and that's where she should be. I don't think you put her in your cabinet. I just don't. I think an advisor is good. Department of Government Efficiency, Elon to lead with Viv. Good. That's great. I still want Viv as press secretary. What do you think of the idea of Bongino for Secret Service director? I think it's a great idea. Just why would Bongino take a pay cut? I don't see Bongino taking that. I think but Bongino is all at serving at the pleasure of the president, right? And he is loyal. Like if Donald Trump asked me to be in his cabinet, which he would never do that, but if he did, I would put the show on hiatus. I would hand it over to Leroy and Amy and Olivia and let them do it, and maybe bring in Ryan Samuels and help him pay everybody for their work. But Bongino is a very, very rich human being, and he has a full contract to uphold. I just don't know if I see that. And people might say, well, Pete Hegseth does too. But yeah, but Pete's a weekend. He's breaking the he doesn't even have his own show. He's breaking into, and he's on Fox and Friends weekends, and he's occasionally on weekdays, and he's there, but he doesn't have his own show, right? And his contract isn't in the tens of millions of dollars. Bongino is. Department of Government Efficiency. That's great. Yeah, I love that. I'm pretty excited about Trump's picks so far. I am too. I think his picks are smart. I think they're on point. I think they're good. I would not Dana White for press secretary. Thomas, that's really funny. That's why I want Vivek. Vivek would just crush it. I think would absolutely just crush it. Apple, I don't like your camera. It's weird. I'm going to say no on that. I don't like that camera. No, not a fan of it. It's weird. It's the aperture is all wrong, but I haven't played with it enough. Who do you think will be AG? Oh, see, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. You're not going to like my answer. I'd be a great press secretary. I don't think so. No, I would be a good strategist. I would be pretty strong at communications director, or probably a speech writer. Honestly, if I'm going to do anything, writing the speeches would be something I'd be very good at. I'd be very good at writing the State of the Union, writing resolute desk announcements to the world in regards to conflicts and stuff. I would do something in intelligence, like. I honestly, let me toot my own horn here. I don't think I would be qualified to do CIA director or NSA director or anything like that, but and I certainly couldn't do national security advisor. Yeah, I think that's where I would do my best work, is working in the communications department. I do, but I wouldn't be a press secretary. AG. I think Mike Lee. Yeah, that's my pick. Yeah, I think Mike Lee is my pick. I feel really strongly that he would make an excellent AG. What do you guys think? How about RFK for HHS? HHS. What the hell's HHS? I know what the HMS, Her Majesty's Service. What the hell's HHS? Happy Harry Hard-On High School. I hate this freaking lag. God, I need that USB cable. I got to figure that out. I got to figure out what to do. Because if these cameras, well, they're going to lag. I think a powered USB will fix it. It's an unpowered USB. See, because what you do is you have a USB that sends signal, but that signal is not amped. So when you run it through a non-powered USB, it degrades the overall efficiency of the data coming through and its capacity. So if it's broadcasting in 4K, which this is, and it's not powered, it won't be able to keep up with the overall image. That's what's happening right now. Pam Bondi, AG? I don't think so. I think Pam Bondi would be a great press secretary. AG has to be a complete, powerful, fairly moderate emotionally, and not demonstrate their cards. And if I was going to go to Bongino and say, Bongino, real quick, secrets, I wouldn't give him Secret Service. I don't think he would want it. You give him FBI director. But that's going to create waves. You kind of got to have an FBI guy in there. But I think you take Mike Lee and you put Mike Lee as AG, and I think he'll carry water for you. I really do. Pam Bondi, I like her. I don't take her seriously. Alex Jones for press secretary? No, I'm good. No. We don't need to hear about dead kids and false flags and neutered frogs. Just thought your rapid fire response to the press would be epic. I appreciate that, but I don't have the temperance for it. I'd put my notebook down and I'd say, when you ask a good question, I'll answer it. I'm not going to sit up here and be your monkey. My job is to notify you. This isn't a conversation. Okay, I'm gonna notify you of what I'm supposed to talk to you about, and then when you ask questions, I'm going to re-notify you on what I already said. And if you want me to expand on that, then we'll take it away from this podium, because this podium is a notification for me to communicate the administration's policies so you can communicate that to the people. And if you have questions, specific questions about the policy, I'll be happy to answer those. But if you want to know what President Trump is thinking in regards to what he ate for breakfast, or what Melania was thinking about his new tux, I'm not here. This isn't a celebrity paper. I'm here to communicate the administration's policies and answer questions about them. Everything else, I don't care about TikTok. I don't care about Twitter. I don't care about trends. I don't make policy. I simply reiterate the voice of the president to the American people. So we're going to change the way we do this. And there's going to be some rules. And when you cease to ask great questions, I'll give you 3 chances. And as a press pool, I would challenge you to come up with your questions ahead of time, not to ask redundant questions, not to ask personal questions, not to ask questions that have nothing to do with the policy of this administration. And when you strike 3 times, the press conference is over, and we'll try again tomorrow. That's it. Pretty simple. Glenn says it's not too bad here, Matt. Yeah, I know, but this camera and my setup is, it's laser. I don't want that to change. And this computer, if you can see the graphics, I mean, just the little things. Everything is smooth, except for my video, and that frustrates me. Matt, keep talking. You are talking about Pam. Yeah, I like her. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's intelligent. She was great for Florida. I don't see her as an AG. AGs have to be cold, calculating. They've got to keep their cards close to the vest. She's an emotional person, and I love her for it. She's outstanding, but I don't think so. RFK Jr., his position, I think it's up in the air. Head of CIA, John Radcliffe. Yeah. Jonathan Turley would make a great AG. He would make a great AG, but he wouldn't carry Trump's water. I love Turley. Mark Levin's genius too. Oh God, could you imagine Mark Levin as AG? Holy fuck. I mean, talk about hating Jews now. Can you imagine if Mark Levin gets in there and he's just like, oh man. Bongino in the FBI, yeah, that's where I would put Bongino. If you're gonna put Bongino anywhere, you put him in the FBI. And this is what you tell him. You tell him it's going to be a 4-year appointment or a 2-year appointment. He's to go in there and clean up the FBI, make changes, get the people that he believes he needs to have the FBI start doing what they were supposed to do, and not what administrations have them do, and then be able to go back to his show. But in 2 years, he could go in there, change the infrastructure of the FBI, change the hierarchy and chain of command, and establish strong people in those roles, and train them up to be a director. Katie Mack set a high bar. I know Alex Jones could fill. Yeah. Katie Mack I'd bring her back if she would do it. I don't think she will. She's got her own slot and she has a contract with Fox now, so she's making good money. I don't think you bring Katie Mack. I still say Vivek would be an amazing press secretary, and it would just give him so much exposure. But he's as an advisor, I think he'll be fantastic. Katie McInerney is a rare talent, and I don't think you can get her back. And I think there's been some bridges that have been burned. I'm thinking. It's got to be somebody loyal. It's got to be someone that can bring the pain. I'll think about it for a minute. Yeah, Christine OM, we know. Secret Service, FEMA, Coast Guard. Yeah. She was great in Florida, but this is a little bit different. She's got to drain the swamp, and you've got to be. I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I just don't. As AG, I want somebody who knows these senators, knows these congresspeople, knows how they think, knows their dirt, and knows how to bring them down. Matt would be cussing by 1 minute. No, Thomas, I held vice president positions, and I spoke in front of 50,000 people. Hell, I've spoken in front of 3 million people on TV. I don't have to cuss. It just, sometimes it warrants it. It's my show. I want to cuss sometimes. But no, I would be fine. Wish there was a spot for Mark Levin. Yeah, Mark Levin. The guy's a genius. Do you see Kash Patel? I don't like Kash Patel. I think Kash Patel's a phony. I think he was one of the people that steered Donald Trump the wrong way. Byron Donalds in a position. Now, he would be a great press secretary. Byron Donalds would be magnificent. I don't know if he would take that, and I think he's too valuable where he's at, and I don't know if his seat is secure. But Byron Donalds most assuredly would be fantastic. I just don't know where you put him right now, and I don't know of his seat. CIA is Ratcliffe. Yeah. Elon and Vivek. How about Roseanne Barr as press secretary? Are we trying to be serious, or I mean, if we want to kid around, yeah, Mickey Mouse, dig up Ronald Reagan, give him some smelling salts and a space heater. I don't think Roseanne Barr would want to be even close to the press. I think she would just be like, bleh. What about Mark Levin for AG? I just said that. I don't know if he gets confirmed. Mark Levin is a very, very confrontational human being and almost over the top. Like, he would need more Pam Bondi, and Pam Bondi would need a little more of him. I like Mark Levin, but I don't know. Alfonso says, I don't know nothing about politics, but I learn a lot in this site. Well, if you learn a lot, then you know something about politics. You're doing just fine, brother. Trump appointed Elon and Vivek for Department of Government Efficiency. Yep, I knew. RFK as head of the CIA? Absolutely not. Mike, are you just trying to infuriate me tonight? I have a feeling that's 2. Don't do 3. Forget the last 4 years of the White House press pool and get ready for Trump's. We will see the flipping crap show of our journalism at its lowest again. Yeah. RFK take over Department of Health? I don't think that. Why? Listen, I like some of RFK's ideas, but do I believe that he should be over the Department of Health? I don't know. I don't know about that. I think RFK is going to get a minor position with the administration, if anything at all. I agree. Vivek would make an awesome press secretary. Moab for official coffee of the White House. Amen. That's great shit. You can buy that at thedumshow.com. Folks, donations. We're sitting at small number under the show there, $99.34. Got about $150 to get to. We're going to try to do that. We've got a good show for you tonight. I'll stay on a little extra tonight. Yeah, Trump has learned a lot from his first terms, but he better get the Senate in reign, because I'll tell you this. These are not the people for lead. Listen, a lot of people like Scott. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And Dana Lausch isn't a fan, go figure. I want to hear what Megyn Kelly has to say. But Thune and Cornyn, between those two, Thune and Cornyn, if you give it to Thune and Cornyn, I swear to God, the GOP deserves to be tarred, feathered, and quartered. Tarred, feathered, and quartered. Rick Scott's he's a nice guy, but I heard him on Fox on Friends on Sunday. Oh my God, that guy is just so bad at communication. He's so bad. And, there are senators that would do. You have to, as president of the United States, you have to tap somebody. You got to tap somebody. I know you're kidding, Thomas. I know. And I'm kidding too. Hell, make Melania Trump the press secretary. Watch them, their fucking heads explode. Josh Hawley is voting against Scott, and he's voting for Thune. I don't want Josh Hawley anywhere near the presidency. I told you guys that a long time ago. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Nope, not at all. Ozzy Osbourne for press secretary. Yeah, going off the rails like a crazy train. My voice is fucked. I don't want Josh Hawley anywhere near the administration. Anybody who votes for Thune, the same goes for Ted Cruz. If he Scott is not the right guy for the job, but out of those three, Scott is the right guy for the job, right? Scott is loyal to Trump, but can he get things done? Can he commute? I don't think so. I don't think he has the presence of mind. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You know what's funny is Mike Johnson has actually made a fairly decent speaker. No, people don't like him. I don't care. I think he's great. I think he stood by Trump. I think he defended Trump. I think he was loyal to Trump. He did everything he was supposed to do. Not like Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell didn't do shit. So if you put in Scott, he'll be loyal. I just don't know if he'll get it done for you. But that's where you're going to have to really rely on Speaker Johnson to push it forward. But he's got the House on lockdown. So now you got to get the Senate. And I think we'll have enough influence in the Senate where Scott could be effective. But what was the judge in Georgia's name that dismissed frivolous charges against Trump? She might be a good AG. Oh, yeah, I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. Yeah, John Radcliffe. A lot of people don't know John Radcliffe, but he's CIA. He'll be the CIA director, and it's a great choice. Nothing wrong with John Radcliffe at all. Smart guy, good history. He's got a good presence about himself. He's got the spook look, so to speak. He looks like a spook. I'll give you his bio real quick. What are you crying about? Mom's in the shower. I'm not going to pay attention to you right now. I can't, Cat. I love you, but no, don't get all mad at me. University of Oxford, born in Wakefield, Yorkshire. University of Oxford, Lincoln College, Master of Arts. Oh, wait a second. The fuck am I doing? God. Wrong Radcliffe. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, Oxford. I'm like, why is he in Oxford? Shit. So sorry. At least I caught it. It's John Radcliffe. Former, and Radcliffe and Ratcliffe are two different things. It's still Radcliffe, but one's RAT, one's RAD. Don't mention, if you do that, you'll be reading from 1601. U.S. Representative from Texas, Director of National Intelligence, DNI, from May 2020 to 21. Congressional service, represented Texas 4th Congressional, 15 to 20. DNI Director in May 20. and has now been nominated as CIA director. I think that's. What about General Michael Flynn? I would put him nowhere near the White House. Nope. I wouldn't put Flynn within 100 yards of the White House. I think he's a nut job. Sorry. I know I don't make friends sometimes, folks. Allergies. I think General Flynn is one of the reasons that Donald Trump got a lot of the bad information. Steve Bannon, Flynn, Michael Cohen, the Kraken, even Giuliani. And these people really fucking just... Anybody who believes in Jewish space lasers should not be on this administration. That's it. And I think he's picking the right people. And a lot of people are pissed. Right? There's a lot of people, predominantly the alt-right, that are like, these people aren't conservative enough, or they're not this enough. This is a very good staff so far. These are very good picks. And I'm not here to disparage General Flynn. I appreciate his service and everything he's done. I just don't think he would be great. Judge Janine, press secretary. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But that would be good, though. You know, not going to happen, but it would be good. Clay Higgins is awesome. I would close AG and throw it back to the states. Yeah, Evelyn, you just want to shut down the government, federal government. And I'm sorry, we need the federal government for some things. There's some things that only the federal government can do. And I'm okay with the federal government and having an attorneys general. Yes, I am. How about the female lawyer that was doing all this press during all of his trials? No. Pretty. Sheriff from Florida, from Broward County. How about a dual position taking up the AG position, so two-person job? It's not the way it works. Yep, I know. We've already covered that, Chris. RFK should be Food and Drug Administration. FDA, yeah, I could see him in the FDA. That's good. Not a fan of any of those. Any of those what? Dean Alina Habba, then they said, is being looked at for press secretary. She'd be a good, if you're talking about press secretary, yes. Attorney General, no. Press secretary, yeah, she's sharp. Matt, I know. You guys, why do people keep telling me? Who was Benny talking about earlier that the Senate was doing a vote in the dark? That's for these three. This is for Senate Majority Leader. Scott, Cornyn, and Thune. And right now, this is what Benny was talking about. That here's their Liberty scores. It shows you that Cornyn and Thune are just bad. They believed in Russian collusion. They believed in January 6th. Scott has a fairly decent Liberty score. And that's voting along with the Constitution. Tom Cotton for what? Ted Cruz for Speaker or Rand Paul for Speaker? You want him to go to the House? I'll take Rand Paul as Senate Majority Leader in a heartbeat, not Ted Cruz. I don't trust Ted Cruz as far as I can throw him. There's rumors that he's voting for Thune or Cornyn. Musk and Vivek. Oh my God, why do people keep telling me this? Why do people keep telling me this? I know. God, is it because it just came out or something? Because we covered that like 40 times already. Donald Trump just listed in Truth. Listed in Truth what? Give Mike Rowe a dirty job? Yeah. I mean, I would put him. I'd put Mark Rowe as transportation secretary, or make him a speechwriter, but he won't do that. I'd give him Buttigieg's job, Buttigieg's job. I think he would crush it, just with his blue collar work ethic. Thoughts on Clay Higgins? For what? That's the question, for what? This is kind of nice. This is a nice show. Just not a lot of fluff, just conversation about these people. Yeah, I mean, Clay Higgins, he's got military service, law enforcement, Louisiana. 'Cause, 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 ' I mean, he pushed that assassination report from Butler huge. He's made some comments on social media that people don't like and stuff like that, but I can see him somewhere in the mix. AG, I thought it meant for agriculture. Yeah, it's funny. Why do they have secret ballot for Senate Majority Leader? Do not like that. Because they're corrupt fuckhead politicians. That's why. It should be open for, but it'll leak. It'll leak. I will get an email. And if I get emails, then everyone's going to get them because my connections aren't as good. I will find out who it is. I'll find out their votes. And if Ted Cruz doesn't, Ted Cruz will never see another Senate term again. I will personally make it my life's mission to fuck Ted Cruz over every chance I get. Senate is having yep. Mark Robinson didn't get governor, so he might be a good pick. Oh, I don't know. Surely, no. Keep Mark Robinson. He's weird. Fuck that guy. No. Sorry, I hate to say it, but no. I'm good. We got that one right. I'm sorry. I think he very much was a 2020 and 2022 Trumper. I absolutely believe he made every one of those posts, and that's some weird shit. Flynn has too much payback to do. Flynn just has too much baggage. Wasn't Ratcliffe the one who discovered the FISA errors and the hoax? Had a lot to do with it. Yeah, I mean, and what he did with Butler and the assassination was incredible. Flynn is volatile. Flynn's guilty. I understand people are like, oh, they weaponized it against Flynn. I don't know. No, I don't think that Bannon and Manafort and Flynn, no, yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna. I wasn't there, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that they were all innocent. Sidney Powell, yeah, fuck her. Sorry, Shirley. I am not a Sidney Powell fan. The Kraken. Ugh. Just completely just abandoned Donald Trump, left him high and dry. A place for Devin Nunes? Yeah, with True Social. I think Nunes is doing what he's meant to do. I'm in Louisiana. I'm pretty proud of our representatives. Emily Campos for press secretary. Oh, there's a thought. I don't know. Maybe. She's yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Do not want to shut down the federal government. That's been your answer for every single thing. Let's send it back to the state. Send it back to the state. Send it back. It means you shut down the federal government. Just streamline duplicate departments. Each state has their own AG department. Yeah, but state AG and federal are two different things. That's like saying let's get rid of the SCOTUS because every state has their own Supreme Court. No, not at all. No, our judicial department is small enough. It's judicial department. Now, if you want to go ahead and start putting in DOJ, but I'm talking about judges. I'm talking about district court judges. I'm talking about circuit court judges, Supreme Court. We are horribly undermanned. No, I'm completely good with keeping the Supreme Court right where it's at. Yep. Nope. I don't consider those redundancies at all. At all. I like Tom Cotton. Rand Paul is voting Rick Scott. I know. I still like Rand Paul for the job. In the new Department of Education in charge of internships. Department of Education, it's interesting. Put Mike Rowe in front of Department of Education. Put Mark Rowe in charge of Department of Education. And start bringing back home ec, wood shop, automotive. It came out on Jesse Waters. Thanks, Chris. Got it, Melanie. Thank you. I just didn't know if there was a delay. Bill Maher, press secretary. Yeah, Bill Maher's not going to do that. Yeah, he won't pass a drug test. I just think Clay Higgins is awesome. Victoria, I agree with you. Yeah. No to Ted. Yeah, fuck Ted Cruz. You can't beat call a crack bead commercial from my center. I don't know what that means. Come on, Melanie. Julian Assange for what? No. Butler is only 24 miles from my house. Wow. Ted Nugent. Okay, I'm not going to read this stupid. Are you for kicking Department of Education back to the states? Yeah, when we have a plan in place. If you dissolve the Department of Education right now, kids will suffer. And listen, I understand your thoughts. Well, hey, they're already last in just about everything. Yeah, but the coordination of our public schools is that they are such an ingrained and pathwayed process that if you dissolve the head of the snake, you're going to take a long time to get it fixed. What you need to do is with the Department of Education, the first thing you need to do is establish what are the goals of the DOE when it comes to state and public schools. And the goals should be is to empower the states to educate based upon demographic, jobs, overall income, overall need. So you don't need to be, doing high rises in Ithaca. So you've got to take where you're at and you've got to give people opportunity for where they are located and then have to have solutions if they aspire to break free from that. And you've got to educate around that model. And you've got to figure out how to not just have public schools be the solution. You've got to have vouchers. You've got to have private schools. You've got to have more opportunity of choice. You've got to change the tax code to help parents who want to homeschool their kids. So am I for DOE going back to the states? Yeah, because there is no redundancy of the Department of Education that does any good for public schools. And you got to get rid of the unions because you're not going to fix any of those schools without the unions. Because it's not just the teachers, it's the principals, it's the superintendents who are in bed with the unions. And until you get them fixed, giving them to the state means they have absolutely zero oversight. It's not like Donald Trump had a lot of success. Who was that girl? Was it Davos? What was her name? Betsy, whatever, Department of Education. She didn't have a lot of success. Do you think Massey gets picked for anything? He supports farmers, raw milk, and meat products. Yeah, and he also votes against Republicans a whole hell of a lot. I think Massey his Liberty score is like a C. It's funny. It's like the one thing you hear from people is rhino this, rhino that, but then they don't call the real rhinos rhinos. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. They call the most loyal Republicans rhinos. And then they call people like Massey, oh, he's a patriot. Actually votes against Republicans about as much as Democrats do. So nice guy, smart. Yeah. Do you see Dr. Ben Carson in any role? That's somebody I'd put in charge of Department of Health. Ben would do well in that. I'd also like to see him make him the Surgeon General. Why not? He's got the experience. He's a fucking brain surgeon. I mean, poor Jesse Waters, his mom didn't invite him to Thanksgiving because of the election. Yeah. Isn't Ben Carson already picked for the housing position? I don't know. I heard about that. They were talking about defunding the police. Kennedy did commercial, said then call a crackhead if you don't want a police for emergency. School choice, I believe he has a position back in Trump's first term. Betty Davos. Yeah, I was right. Thank you. Roxanne Ekman, I think he picked him again. I am for the mentorship. Just need to get rid of teachers' unions. It's not just that, but yes, you need to get rid of the teachers' union. But there's a whole bunch more to it than that. You have to establish, do more taxes necessarily mean greater schools, because you can go to Houston, Texas and pay your ass out of taxes, but are they the best schools? Betsy Davos, former United States Secretary of Education. I like that so far. The picks are young, not old fuddy-duddies. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Carson would be great in Department of Health or Surgeon General for sure. Who is pick for energy? It's got to be Your transportation secretary has to be somebody who's very much involved with DOE. Who would you do for energy? Honestly, I would pick a retired senator who was on Ways and Means or electric and power, water and power board. I don't know. Energy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I have a pick. There are things I don't know. And that's one of them. I'm going to get this camera fixed. I'm so sorry. Like, I know you don't care, but I care. It's driving me up the fucking wall. Driving me up the wall. But I do love the overall fluidity of this computer. It is fast. Like, I pull up Windows like nothing. There is no lag. It's like laser fast, and that's what we need, because seconds count on this show, especially as much as I screw up. Nice to see some people on. Folks, we are aiming for, we're at the top of the hour, actually top half. We are aiming for a whopping, oh, we already got some, never mind. Taylor Raglan, if you're listening, I got your email. And yeah, I'd love to have you on the show anytime you want. Just let me know. You need to let me know if you want to, you know, cover your name and stuff like that, not be on video. We'll figure all that out. But if you want to come on and talk about education, I'd love that. Thomas Austin has come through in the clutch. Appreciate you, my friend. Put this in real quick, and then we'll get to some good videos. Oh, let's see, dashboard. T-Peen. It's not just a city in China. Thomas came in with $51.99. Thank you so much, Thomas. We appreciate you, my brother. You the man. Also, Kev Meister, the Kevinator, the Kev Mon. $10.80. Thank you. Appreciate you, my brother. Kevin, thank you. Keeping the boys fed. Appreciate that. Matt, your audio is cutting in and out. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. It's you. It's not me. Let's find out. That's the one thing that I'm pretty confident is not having any problems is my audio. I very seldom have issues on audio. Let's go listen. Nope. No problem. Just popping in to say happy Veterans Day. Matt, your service so much appreciated. Thank you, Joanne. You're amazing. Appreciate you. Sound is great. Energy. Matt, I stopped to wonder if the DEM states actually had to use ID for voting. And I don't think it matters. I mean, I would like to see. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you, my friend. It's very nice of you to say. Waterloo, Iowa. I think the election went exactly like I thought it did, which means that I wouldn't be able to predict cheating. And I'm going to get that Kerry Lake vote within like 100 votes. Let me find out where it's at. So everyone's like, oh, it's cheating. Well, I wouldn't be able to predict it as well as I predicted it if there was cheating. I'm sorry. I warned you that the swing states very well could split ticket and honestly just not vote top a ticket. And that's what we saw. And when you get the autopsy of the election back, you're going to find that more people in this election left the top of the ticket blank. And you saw more people just come in and vote for Trump and not vote down ticket. I mean, people voted what they wanted to vote for and didn't vote for what they didn't want to vote for. That's it. Yeah. I mean, we crushed it here. We crushed it. I nailed. I'm just going to take some credit here. I think everything we called, and I say we, but there's some times where I've got to take credit, and I'm going to take credit. I crushed it. I did. And I'm proud of it. House is at 215, 207. We're right there. We're going to get the house. I'm just letting you know. I wouldn't even remotely worry about the house. Let's bring this over here real quick. So, I'm going to change that. How do I do that? Oh, primary display. Secondary display? No. That's my primary display. That is my primary display. What the fragoli? That is fucking weird. Sorry. Sorry for the language. What in the shit? Current application. What? What in the Sam hell is going on here? Why the fuck is it doing that? Come on. Dude. Okay, I'm going to close this window out. Try this. The only thing I can think of is that the settings of the window are not... No. Why is that doing that? And why is it a rounded window? Turn that shit off. Get rid of that noise. Green screen, no. Primary display. Color. Why is this like this? Man, if I can't share my window, this is really going to suck. What in the fuck is going on? I'm about to get angry. Because I can't do the show if I can't get this to show. Weird. What is going on? Why can't I do this? Okay. Think. Go into display settings. Work the problem, Eddie. Work the problem. Thinking. That is not displaying. It should. Oh, I got it. Clicky in the head. Clicky. Ding, ding. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. That's showing nothing. That's weird. Thought I had it. Guys and gals, if I can't figure this out, we might have to call it a night. Let's go to display options. Display. Oh, this is going to suck if I can't get... Why wouldn't I be able to get backwards and forwards here? Why would I not be able to get it? What is eliminating this from working? What is eliminating this from working? Approval. Imported and copied from other computer, but the permissions wouldn't necessarily go through. Why would the permissions go through? So I have to give permission for it to share my screen. Yes. Yep, that would do it. Let me find it. Permissions. It would be under privacy and security. Nope. Working the problem. Hold on, everybody. Working the problem. General. Accessibility. It's got to be under accessibility. Display accessibility. Reduce motion, invert code. Shit. Might be a short night, folks. It's not my system audio. It's not preview mode. General. Automatic overlay alignment. We're returning to live mode. Nope. Destinations. Video, audio. Interview. Screen sharing. Add margin. No. No. Include desktop icons. Why wouldn't it pick it up? Shit. All right, now let's try this. No. No, that didn't work either. Why wouldn't it broadcast? It's showing the desktop picture. There would be no reason for it not to show everything. And okay, so all right, so let's go to Ecamm Live. Let's see if it does it. Bingo. Okay, so it's showing Ecamm Live, and it will show Zoom, and it will show my overlays. So it shows the windows. So why is it not? Why is it not? Oh, this is cool. Okay. Primary display. Secondary display. That's right. But it's not showing the actual program, which makes no... You can see my mouse. And this is literally moving. There's a graphics glitch here. This is a graphics glitch. There's something wrong with... Sorry, folks. I know this is frustrating. It's frustrating for me, too. I'm pissed off. But I can't do the show unless I can do this. And this is what happens when you have a new computer. It just doesn't make it. And see, even here, it's showing... You can see the mouse. But you can't see... Is it a setting in Safari? Maybe. Screen sharing. Notifications, pop-up windows, content. Guys, I'm trying to answer your questions, but I got to fix it, and I can't fix it. All right, try another window. Try something else. Let's try Chrome. Waiting for Chrome. So I've got my backdrop. Chrome doesn't show up either. Okay, so that's a graphics issue. That's a card issue. That's the system. That's Ecamm. It's not the terminal end. It's not the passive side. It is the... Something in Ecamm is not seeing this. So I guess the only thing we could do is test and see if it's an image. So it's not the internet. It's not HDCP encoding. So it's not copyright protection because I have my photo program open and you can't see that. There that is. It's got to be something with the wallpaper. It's got to be. There's something in here that's stopping it. Oh, this is cool. See, because I love problems like this. Drives me crazy at the same time, but yeah. Folks, I'm racking my brain about how to bring over video for you, and there is no way to do it. I just think we have to call it for tonight. I hate to do that because people have been so great with donations and helping us out. I want to keep it going. If you can just hang for a few seconds and let me see if I can get the old brain box working and get this to work. Okay, that is fine. Take that off. It's not a default setting. It almost is like a permission, but it wouldn't be broadcasting the wallpaper. It's almost, see, because look, I can move this stuff. See my mouse? I'm holding the image right now and moving it around, and it's not working. So if I put that there and I go and do this, I should be able. So this is the weirdest shit. It's got to be. See, look at that. That puts a little bar in there. And this is. See, look at that. It's a glitch. Those are both on my desktops. See that? So there's a glitch. I would have to shut this program down and redo it. But there's no other way for me to get it over to you. I know you guys can wait. You guys are amazing. I don't feel pressure from you because this entire show has been me trying to figure out how to get this computer to work. But there is something happening that I don't think I can control. Can't reboot my computer. I can't change. All right, let me try one thing. Let me change the display. What if I do this? Nope. Shit. That didn't work. Okay, did that work? Nope, didn't work. Yeah, it's out of permissions. There's something happening in the overall broadcasting of this that it will not. No. Folks, we're kind of foobarred at this point. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Let me yeah. I don't know what else I can do. It needs a reset. And I don't think it's my computer. In fact, I'm positive it's not the computer. It's that it's not broadcasting into eCam. So is there a way to turn it off? That's the only thing I could do. Hold on. Output. Options. Hold on, this is a possibility. Is if I go and turn off screen sharing, maybe this will work. Look at this. It's a glitch. That's what happens when I turn off screen sharing. So this is a graphics bug. It won't even show my desktop icons. So here's what I need to do. The new keyboard, I have a new computer. This is going away. This is going to go to Olivia. Mine is the black keyboard, but I got a brand new computer. So I got a new Mac. And I didn't update everything. And it needs some fixes. And I need to go do it. That's what I need to do. So I think this will be the first time that we have not hit goal. And it's because we came on late and we had to leave early. And that's just the way it works. It says file share not connected for some reason. Who? I don't understand what that means, Chris. So this window is how I bring this computer over. I guess I could shut down the... the video sharing on the display. Okay, that's the only thing I haven't tried. I don't think it's going to work. I think this is in the software, what I'm using. Truly. Yeah, so we'll lose our winning streak here, but honestly, that's the way it is. Use this main display. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Advanced. Oh, automatically reconnect to any nearby. No. Push through the edge of the display. Yes. Allow your pointer and keyboard to move between nearby Mac. Yes. Show resolutions as a list. Turn it back on. Hit done. And yeah, it's not working. Hey, Liv. Livy. Oh, yeah, I don't use OBS. There's a reason why I don't use OBS, because Ecamm is much better. I just think I did not update this to the current version, and this is a new Mac, and it's everything needs to be updated. Sharing window. Off. Output. Sharing window. On. No, it's okay, y'all. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna. Where's your mother?
She's taking a shower.
What are you doing?
I was talking to Hayden. Also, did we win Arizona at all?
I'm trying to do that right now, Bubba. The problem is that it won't show my window, so I can't do any of my videos. I can't do anything, because it will not show. For some reason, it's a graphics issue. Because look, see the mouse? Okay, now it shows my top menu. It's not seeing. This has got to be a permissions thing. No, it's not, because it doesn't show. It doesn't show my folders. Well, it's because I'm not showing my desktop. So if I go in and hold on. If I go in here and go to preferences and go to screen share, if I go ahead and include desktop icons, you don't see them there, do you? See? So it's inside this software. If I turn off mouse cursor, that works. Now it's back. Whoop. It was. Oh, there it is. See? So it's not that it's got to be the software from the computer isn't recognizing this program, and it will not share it. And I don't know any other way to fix it. Any thoughts?
No, I'm not good with this computer
It's just Ecamm, ECAMM. Yeah, Ecamm. All right, buddy. What are you doing?
I was just about to ask for the phone.
Take the phone. Dude, you could have done that right when you walked in. You didn't need to listen here and have me waste your time. I love you, Squirt. If your mom's out there, tell mom to come in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Melanie. That's very sweet of you. Very, very sweet. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. Here's what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to come on tomorrow morning. And I'll kind of give you what I was going to give you, but I can't make it happen. I cannot. I need to reset. Well, that's one thing I could do. I could reset and come back on and see if it works. But I have a feeling that this is an update issue. And that's the problem. Melanie says, crap, I have to do another. I saw the wrong number. I hate multitasking. Melanie, it's okay. I'm the same way. Folks, well, you know what? I guess I could do screenshots. I mean, you're not going to get video, but that's kind of stupid, right? President race. Remember I told you it was going to be about 2.5 to 3 million, right? The final between them. There you go. 72,312,000 to 75,449,000. Does anyone want to do the math? I think it's like 3.1 million. Right? 3.15 million. Glenn, I've heard the joke. It wasn't funny the first time. Sorry, dude. I just moved past the joke. But anyway, 3.5 million. And here we are, right? California is almost 85% in. So that means there's an additional 2 million votes left. So it's going to be like between 2.5 and 3 million is where it's going to fall. So that's going to be interesting. Carrie Lake. Let's get into this. I shouldn't even be on here. I'm sick. Carrie Lake. I said it was going to be, in the end, about 86,000 votes. 221,000. And man, I'm so close. 1.605. I got to do the math on this. If I get this, you know what? I've just given up the fact that anyone's going to find this show and be like, you know what? This guy needs a job. We got to get this guy a job because he's blowing away all these pollsters. But no. I'll just stay with you guys forever. How about that? Do the math. Subtract. Okay. I said 86,000, right? Is that what I said? Right now, the number is 71,362. There is 221,000 votes remaining. He is taking 2.2% of those votes over and above what she's doing. So he will increase his gap by, I'll tell you the exact fucking number right now. Just hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm going to take a vacation. If this is right, I'm taking a vacation. So 2% of 71,362. Is a 1,000. So I'm going to be off by like 8,000 votes. That's close enough. As I predicted his win 5 days ago and said Ruben Gallego would win. It would be about by 86,000 votes. Or was it 81,000? I think 81,000 would sound better. Someone go check it. So basically, by the time this is all said and done, I'm going to be, about 8,000 votes shy. How many legal voters? See, that the thing is that there's absolutely no proof of that whatsoever. And it baffles me why we continue to talk about stolen elections when we just won. So people voted Trump but didn't vote Lake because of it's because of the reason I told you is that the swing states did not want Kamala Harris, but they do not trust Trump. Carrie Lake is very unpopular in Arizona, horribly unpopular. Go take a look at her governor race. And her governor race, she got shellacked by Sinema. Her popularity levels are horrible, and her not conceding the governor election pissed people off. Her throwing hissy fits and all the legal cases that she brought forward against the Arizona state. Her stances in the 2020 and 2022 were very unpopular. Trump in 2022 had 17 key, pretty much far right people that he put forward: Majewski, Walker, Mohammed Oz, Kerry Lake, and they all lost. Every one of them. I mean, he was like 0 for 17 on all those. I mean, America just repudiated the red wave in 2022 and the alt-right methodology. And the reason why Trump won this election, what it's all going to come down to, is the last 12 months. He truly went to the middle and tried to expand his base, and that's why he was successful. He stayed out of trying to say, I only need Republicans. And that's not what he did. He won with moderates. He won with Hispanics. He won with blacks. He won with women. He won everything over 2020. He increased. So, but this is what people do. This has happened 15 times over the last 100 years, where there are key votes for the president that differ from the House and Senate, and people split tickets, and they do it to kind of put a cuff on the presidency. And if you don't give them the House and you don't give them the Senate, the executive branch can't do any damage, and the House and Senate can't do any damage in the legislative branch because of veto powers. So when the constituents don't feel comfortable and they don't want Kamala Harris, but they want Trump's policies, they want checks and balances on that. So the swing states did this. The rest of America didn't. And that's usually what you see is the swing states. I tried to tell everybody the swing states don't go and split. It's almost a winner take all with the swing states. Like I said, if there's 8 swing states, you're going to see a 6-2 split. If there's 4, you're going to see a 3-1. Very rarely do you see you see a winner take all before you see a 50-50 split. And I told you those swing states were going to go to Trump. The only one I was really questioning was Michigan. And once Ryan was on the show, we started seeing some of the exit polls. We're like, okay, Michigan feels really good. But just because the swing states vote for Trump doesn't mean they're going to go ahead and vote down ticket. Because libertarian voters do not, middle of the road voters don't necessarily vote down ticket. They felt comfortable with giving him the presidency and putting checks and balances on him with who they voted for House and Senate. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for them. Is the rest of the country very, very succinctly and massively voted red. That's it. Oh my God, you can't even imagine how people vote on their ballots. Like Matt said, some people will vote only for president, nothing else, all the time. Yeah, I can't tell you how many elections that we did and counted votes where we would see just an amalgamation of shit, where people thought that they were only voting for president. People just don't have, they're not involved like we are. Yeah. I vote down ballot, you vote down ballot, but not everybody's into politics like we are, right? A lot of people aren't for one party. There's more voters out there who are not registered with a party. They're not affiliated, and they vote who they like. Some people vote for the color of people's skin. Some people vote for if they pee sitting up or sitting down. It's just the way it is. I think some people have been on the government's tit for so long they get stuck and don't know how to move ahead. I vote all, but I just voted Trump. But a local Democrat, he does really good work and deserves to continue. Well, there we go. I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to be back tomorrow, and I'm going to commit. Bobby, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hitting it again. That means the world to us, and it helps so damn much because we're constantly trying to be there and be accessible and give you guys the best rundown we can. I'm going to dive into the positions tomorrow. I've got another 4 or 5 hours still because I got to get the computer done. I got to get this lag fixed. I got a lot of shit to do. But I will be on tomorrow, and we promise to get this narrowed and fixed and find out what's wrong with it. And we should have everything working tomorrow. I really hope, because I don't want to hook up that old computer and do it all over again. I might listen. I don't know if I'm going to get rest. We'll see. I'm tired, but I'm tired because of this damn cold or this damn, allergies. These allergies are kicking my ass, and my voice is, I got to get some repair on it. But thank you for hitting goal. Thank you for taking care of us. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get this computer rebooted, get all the things fixed, and then we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate you. All right. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. AM show. We'll have an AM show. We need to. And even if the AM show is just on my patio, we'll do that. We haven't done that in a while. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll get this fixed, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Bye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The DUM Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.